Hey there, family. Rachel here, and we are continuing our journey through the book of Psalm. And I just want to say, welcome back to part 2 of Psalm 18. Yesterday, we saw God as a rescuer, but today, David celebrates what God's power made possible in his life. So let's pick up where we left off at verse number 25. To the faithful, you show yourself faithful. To those with integrity, you show integrity. To the pure, you show yourself pure. But to the crooked, you show yourself shrewd. You rescue the humble, but you humiliate the proud. You light a lamp for me. The Lord my God lights up my darkness. And your strength I can crush an army. With my God, I can scale any wall. God's way is perfect. All the Lord's promises prove true. He is a shield for all who look to him for protection. For who is God except the Lord? Who but our God is a solid rock? God arms me with strength and he makes my way perfect. He makes me as sure-footed as a deer, enabling me to stand on mountain heights. He trains my hands for battle. He strengthens my arm to draw a bronze bow. You have given me your shield of victory. Your right hand supports me. Your help has made me great. You have made a wide path for my feet to keep them from slipping. I chased my enemies and caught them. I did not stop until they were conquered. I struck them down so they could not get up. They fell beneath my feet. You have armed me with strength for the battle. You have subdued my enemies under my feet. You placed my foot on their neck. I have destroyed all who hated me. They called for help, but no one came to their rescue. They even cried to the Lord, but he refused to answer. I ground them as fine as dust in the wind. I swept them into the gutter like dirt. You gave me victory over my accusers. You appointed me ruler over nations. People I don't even know now serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they submit. Foreign nations cringe before me. They all lose their courage and come trembling from their strongholds. The Lord lives. Praise to my rock. May the God of my salvation be exalted. He is the God who pays back those who harm me. He subdues the nations under me and rescues me from my enemies. You hold me safely beyond the reach of my enemies. You save me from violent opponents. For this, O Lord, I will praise you among the nations. I will sing praises to your name. You give great victories to your king. You show unfailing love to your anointed, to David and all his descendants forever. There are so many verses in here that I think could be like life verses, even though the whole Bible should be our life verse. But verse number 25 stands out to me. To the faithful, you show yourself faithful. To those with integrity, you show integrity. Again, we are back to this character. Character matters to God. How we handle ourselves. Are we faithful? Do we have integrity? Are we blameless? That's why this mindset that we can come anyway to God, but we can stay that way, that's a problem. Because we see right here, David came to him and he knew him, and then he turned into a fornicator and an adulterer. But he didn't stay a fornicator and adulterer. He had to shift himself. He had to change his lifestyle, and he had to become a man of integrity. David had to become a man of integrity that was blameless in order for God to defend him. Sometimes when we look around at our situation, we have to look in every area. Am I being blameless in this area? Do I have integrity in this area? What is my character? And does my character line up with Christ? And then I want to take a quick look at verse 33. He makes me as sure-footed as a deer, enabling me to stand on mountain heights. There's a book that I talk about in my own book, Taking the 5 Leaps, and it's called Hinds Feet on High Places. And it talks about being sure-footed in God and the process of having hinds feet where you can go from this mountain to this mountain, leaping all around, but knowing that you're stable and that you are secure. And so I love the analogy that David gives here of having hinds feet and being sure-footed and not move because you're on a high mountain and you look down and you see all of these things happening. But he's saying, no matter what's going on around me, I'm stable and I'm secure because God is with me and he's protecting me. So now let's go ahead and move on to the bigger picture here when we look at this second part of Psalm 18. And this psalm, again, is still a royal thanksgiving psalm, but it focuses now on what God empowers his people to do, especially when we become blameless and we choose a character that lines up with who he has called us to be. The emotional or theological tone here is it's grateful and it's victorious, and it's emphasizing how God's help results in strength, leadership, and a testimony, which is very important. And then finally, when we look at how this song fits in the bigger story of scripture, this section highlights how God's deliverance equips us for purpose. So a truth echoed in Ephesians 2 and 10 when we go and we look over at Ephesians 2 and 10. that we are saved for good works prepared in advance. And that is what this psalm is showing us. The key verse here is verse 36. You have made a wide path for my feet to keep them from slipping. So David credits every success to God's preparation, keeping his feet from slipping on a wide path and making him sure-footed, not on any kind of performance. You have done that, Lord. Not me, not my skill, not all of that. You have done that. So I want to ask you this question as we wrap up Psalm 18. Where do you need to thank God, not just for saving you, but literally for strengthening you as you continue forward in all that you are doing? Let's talk about that in the comment. And as always, just a reminder to grab your Summer of the Psalms journal. If you have not done that already, go over to YouVersion Bible Plan and start the Bible plan that goes along with our journey together, and continue watching these daily devotionals that are coming out on YouTube. If you can't remember all of that, then just go to wordseed.com. It's a step-by-step process for you, or you can click the link in the description. And as always, time with God is time you will never regret spending. I will see you in Psalm chapter 19.